Hello and welcome back to another episode of Mystery Red Reads. I am your host, Mystery Red, and this is my disclaimer. This beta read in concrete is at the author's request. This video is for learning purposes. Today we're looking at a piece of original fiction. We are back with Crystal Committee, looking at Infinite Shades, and we are on chapter 17, and this is our first read of chapter 17, so part A. And we are going to dive right in. If you are just joining us, we have playlists for all of the authors that I do multiple reads for. You can go to Crystal Committee's playlist and you can listen along as we read chapters 1 through 16. So, also, if you are interested in having a read done, don't be shy. I read first chapters for free, and I also can read them privately, so they don't have to be published. I have lots of authors that request private reads, and I do that for them. So it doesn't have to be public, but if you're brave enough to be out there like Crystal Committee is, then I can do that too. So it's whatever you like, whatever makes you comfortable. Sometimes people start out private and then they transition over to public reads because they grow in confidence. So with that said, let's just dive in here. Chapter 17. The clatter of keyboard strokes fades as Sam nudges the door open, arms straining under the load of groceries. Why do I always overdo it? 2 trips would have been smarter, but no, here I am, proving something to no one. She shifts the weight. Okay, I'm thinking about that. I thought it was going to be shifts her weight, but it shifts the weight of the groceries. She shifts the weight. I'm questioning myself. I'm questioning if it's my first time reading it, so my brain wanted it to be her weight, but I understand she's shifting the weight of the groceries, and I'm also contemplating if I read it silently, like if I wasn't reading out loud, would it have distracted me? I don't know the answer entirely because I'm using it, and it might just be a personal opinion type thing, and that might be why I'm so indecisive about it. I'm not going to mark it. I mused over it. I don't know. They might want me to mark it just because I mused over it to kind of flag the spot. And I'm just going to highlight it blue. I'm not really going to have I don't know. I don't want them to look and be like, oh, what is this? I'm going to say musings in video. And you can do with it what you want. You can toss it, keep it, decide to change something, not change something just because but I gave note to it, and I like to mark that so that they can find that spot where I was musing quickly. Okay. Yes, the bag hauling Olympics, gold medal worthy. Now, that internal thought strikes me as a Sam type internal thought. But when I see internal thoughts, I don't know, I knew this was Sam. But the nature of this comment also kind of makes me think Crystal Committee. See, these are direct. Why do I always overdo it? 2 trips would have been smarter, but no, here I am, proving something to no one. 100% that's Sam. And then she's adjusting the weight of the bags. Yes, the bag hauling Olympics, gold medal worthy. Now, I think the reason that I kind of wondered if it was more of Sam's direct thought or if it was the committee's thoughts is because the committee will usually reference something like the Olympics or like some event that happened historically or some art piece. They reference something, I guess, so that Sam can process what they're saying. But at the same time, the snarkiness of it kind of voices Sam. So there's that. Anyway, we're going to keep rolling. Amanda doesn't look up, her face bathed in the glow of monitors. Rain-scented air slips through the cracked window. The blush lights glint off her glasses, blending with the hum of computers and distant traffic. Nice. I'm going to stop for a minute and admire some details here. Her face bathed in the glow of monitors. Love that. Rain-scented air slips through the cracked window. Very nice. The bluish lights glint off her glasses. I've got such a stunning visual here. I'm loving it. Okay, blending with the hum of computers and distant traffic. So we have sound. We have sight and sound. Lovely. We're going to move on. Sam sets the bag on the counter with a thud. The lasagna box creases the bag, threatening to tear as bread teeters on the edge. Loving this. I am loving this. Okay. What do I like about it? Let's just look for a second. Sam sets the bags on the counter with a thud. We have a sound. Okay, so is it a big deal? No, but these subtle details pull your image and pull it to the forefront so that your reader can follow along and get it and experience the story. It's subtleties that kind of add a finesse to the overall story. All right, so we have a sound. The lasagna box creases the bag. So it's kind of like poking through. I like that little detail, and I think sometimes, not obviously, you don't want to like have your story drowned out in these tiny little details that are insignificant. But every now and then, like this is the beginning of a scene, I'm getting a nice intro to this scene. I'm really enjoying it. Okay? Threatening to tear as bread teeters on the edge. So the bread's getting ready to fall out of the bag, and the box might tear it, then it's all just going to come hauling out. So I like that. I've got this visual. This opening is really, really nice. I like it. The sound startles Amanda, who swivels to face her. Hey, how was work? She brushes off the question. Now, we know we're with Sam because we have her up here. And we know there's only Sam and Amanda in the room. So we're good. I almost wanted that to say Sam brushes off the question and then start with the she and her, whatever. But it still works. And I'm just noting that I did want that for a second, and we're just going to keep going. I'm not going to mark that. Amanda grips her crutches, pulling herself upright. Busy day? Yeah. She notes the tremor in Amanda's grip as she shrugs out of her suit jacket. You notice because you care, but caring in silence, how's that helping? Okay, so I'm thinking that is the committee because it is speaking to her. It's you notice because you care. I feel like they're telling her that. All right. Her crutches click against the floor as she crosses the room. Thrown by Riley, I wanted to talk to the kid. Genuine fans are rare. Okay, so... Yeah, okay, so... Hang on a second. Amanda grips her crutches, pulling herself upright. Busy day. Okay, so we were with Sam's headspace up here. Let's see if I get this right. Amanda, we're still in Sam's headspace, though. We have Sam looking at her and seeing her. We have Sam's next action. We have Amanda startled, but we're still with Sam. She brushes off the question. Sam's brushing off the question. Amanda is coming towards her. We see that. This is going to be Sam as it goes tick-tack, tick-tack, okay? Sam, she notes the tremor in Amanda's grip as she shrugs out of her suit jacket. You notice because you care, but caring in silence, how's that helping? Her crutches click against the floor as she crosses the room. Thrown by Riley, I want to talk to the kid. Okay, so Amanda wants to talk to Riley? This is Amanda, right? I'm wondering, because I'm down. I don't know why am I wondering? Well, I literally just said that you could have said Sam here, and then I was like, it's fine, you don't need it. And I knew with confidence that this was Sam and this is Amanda. But now I got here, and what is it that's making me not sure? Her crutches click against the floor as she crosses the room. All right, well, Amanda's the one on crutches. But, okay, Sam answered her. So Amanda, Sam, Amanda. And we know that Amanda's on crutches, so we know this is Amanda talking. What's throwing me is that it's Amanda saying she was thrown by Riley and she wanted to talk to the kid. Okay, she didn't talk to him because Sam did, because Sam was in the scene with him. Okay, we're good. I'm not going to note it, maybe, because I don't really have a suggestion. I had to make sure I was in the right headspace. So, but I was a little surprised because I knew that Sam was just in a scene with Riley. So I didn't know that Amanda had any thoughts about Riley at all. And so this is all new. Okay. And all right, here we go. Genuine fans are rare. All right. So right here, because of all my uncertainty up here, which I don't feel like there's anything wrong with it. I feel like my uncertainty came from, Amanda wanted to talk to this kid too. I either knew that and forgot it because, I read for other people and I'm 16, so we're on chapter 17. So it's been a minute since we've been with Amanda. And so I can't recall if she wanted, I don't recall her wanting to talk to him. It may be something that if I was reading straight through, I would remember. Okay. So forgive me on that note. Genuine fans are rare. I'm not sure what Sam means by that. I'm going to note that. And so it kind of has me wondering what Sam's headspace is about what does she think about what Amanda just said. And because I don't know what she means. I'm just looking at things in video. Okay. Hopefully that helps. If anybody's wondering why I'm using Zenvideo as a comment would help, it's because when I read for you, you get the answers to your questions from me not knowing the answers. So my rambling shows you where something may or may not be working and where your where your intentions are, and I'm trying to figure it out. And then you have to hope that I'm getting the impression you wanted. And if I don't, then hopefully some of my rambling helps you figure out what it is you need to do to adjust it to get the reaction you were hoping for. Okay, as we were. Genuine fans are rare. From my perspective, it's valid. Admiration, a quest to understand. Okay, so I kind of want... All right, who's leaning against the counter? Sam? Because this... All right. We are going to have names. I hate to keep saying, go back, Amanda, Sam, Amanda, Sam. I think Amanda grips her crutches and then speaks. Okay, so then Sam, and then Amanda, and then Sam. You know what? You're going to have to add dialogue tags because I'm spending too much time trying to figure out for sure with confidence who it is speaking. Part of the reason that I'm doing that is either because of like things that are going on from the dialogue, or I know it seems like it should make sense back and forth, but I can't assume anything because sometimes we have, in drafts, we will have dialogue, okay, that belongs to someone, and they'll have it on a new line, and I have to remind them to tuck it back up here with the person who's speaking. So I can't assume anything. I have to derive it from the story. Really, okay, from my perspective, it's valid. Admiration, a quest to understand. I think that this is Amanda. Sam? Amanda. No, it's Sam? No, this was Sam, because Amanda wanted to talk to Riley. So, Amanda, Sam, Amanda. This is Amanda. Okay. And then I'm guessing this is Sam again, but I wondered, because she's leaning against the counter, but Amanda was just hobbling across, so she might want to lean on something, so I cannot assume. All right. We're going to say this is Sam, and we're going to keep going. Really? She leans against the counter. He's sharp, but does it always have to be right in the middle of things? Amanda settles onto a stool. What about Chavez? Her hands hover over the groceries. How much of that got out? Okay, if Amanda is speaking here, and then Amanda is speaking here, we need to move this up here at the end of the Chavez, but I'm not entirely sure. I think it is, because I think she's referencing the groceries about to spill all over the place. Yes, because here's Sam answering her. So I'm inclined to, and this is exactly what I was talking about. Why can I not assume back and forth from line to line? Because reasons like this is exactly the reason. Okay. Let's see. None. Didn't think you had it in you, that level of, She focuses on unpacking the bags. So wait. Right. I think this is Amanda. So Amanda's unpacking the bags, but Amanda sat down. So if this is Sam, no, because this is Amanda answering. Oh my goodness. It's Amanda answering her. Okay. I'm so sorry. This probably seems very obvious, and I don't know. I'm just... All right. I hate to be the one to say Amanda, Sam, and obviously it doesn't have to be every single flip-flop. Her hands hover over the groceries. How much of that got out? Okay, so she is. All right, so it's Amanda. She's getting ready to unpack it. All right, so she focuses on unpacking the bags. They were ready for anything. A few texts between the gallery folks scrambling to cover the little scandal. Continue. All right, so we didn't have to have dialogue tags for every single line, so I think it's okay. But with all the pausing that I'm doing to figure out who's speaking, we may want to look closer at that area. Okay. Amanda adjusts the position of a nearby tablet. Surprised me too. Most in the precinct were tired of conflict. If it took effort, it wasn't happening, Riley asked around. You blame him? No, it was at the behest of Chavez. Huh. Figures she'd bring that up. Already second guessing, but sure, pile it on. Your team's shaping up. Please. She raises a hand to halt the conversation. Not my team. Recognize that. Done. She adjusts her glasses, settling back into her stool. So the new partner, what'd you think? Okay, let's see. I was just going to suggest what's happening right here. I was just going to suggest it up in here as they're speaking to give them an action. But it's literally, you're getting ready to do it right here, which was, I was going to say up here, back and forth between them. She could be unpacking the groceries. She could be putting things away on the shelf or whatever. But I think we're getting ready to do that right here. She aligns soup cans in the cupboard, each label centered. Barely met him. Yeah, but you got more about a person in 30 seconds than others do in months. This is about you needing validation that you know me, which you do. This is about you needing validation that you know me, which you do. I think that one reads a little bit awkward. Let's see. I don't know if I'm reading it wrong or if it would just make more sense to me. Like sometimes on the first pass, I overthink and some things don't make sense that later on when I listen to my video, I'm like, you idiot, that made total sense. Why are you going on about it? I'm just going to say I'm using a video because I am not sure. It might need a little bit of adjustment. I'm not going to overthink it. I'm just going to note that I gave pause and we're going to keep going. Duh. So she pulls a loaf of garlic bread from one of the bags. 400 Fahrenheit. The oven beeps as she sets the lasagna on the island beside it. For now, he'll work. Score another one for Amanda. She traces an imaginary tally in the air with her finger. Question? Answer. You took the chip. I'm not losing my mind. Yeah. A note would have been nice. I left one. If it bothered you so much, why didn't you text or call? Didn't want to bother you. Thought I'd lost it. Do you have it? It's safe. Okay, Amanda caves. Sam tosses the coffee beans toward the grinder without a glance, the landing precise. She leans on the counter. Did we already have counter leaning? Let's just check. We're going to note our... Lordy, what did I do? What did I do? What just happened? What just happened? It's... Okay, I think I clicked the wrong button. It actually switched stories. That was crazy. Okay, let's see if we can do this again without the madness. We are going to highlight in a lovely little blue color to kind of remind my spot. And we're going to go back and look for other leaning. I feel like we did. We don't want to have the same action that's that specific more than once. We may not. Nope, we did. Okay, I'm just going to highlight it in blue so you can quickly find it for the action repetition. All right, first, why did you code your system to override your authority and request mine? Redundancy is sexy, right? Like she'd hand you the panic button for funsies. Bletchley Park. They planned for failure but couldn't afford it. Seems her system hasn't read that playbook. So there you have a thought that is Sam's right here, right all the way to here. And then you have the committee chiming in there at the end. Yes, there's where you elaborate. She pulls a six-pack from the bag. Amanda hesitates. The obvious. If I die or am incapacitated. Sam nudges the fridge closed with her hip. An example? Certain types of encryption or information identifying us. Anything on the Onyx, my DNA, or old projects. It's why I don't go out. Cameras are everywhere. Even after all these years, I can still be recognized. It was a data bomb. Snatch and grab, a snapshot of the apartment, communication patterns, open ports, passphrases, encryption keys, even a partial genetic sample from you. It bundled everything and tried to exit through the outbound stream. The liveware reprocesses everything outbound, Amanda says. It flagged you because it wouldn't let my genetics through. Problem solved. No, just problem identified. Amanda exhales. I kind of wanted a sigh here. I'm just going to note that. I kind of wanted that to be a sigh, but it's obviously your choice. But I kind of want her just to be calm. She seems exasperated a little bit, like, oh my gosh, like there's more, because, it's a big sigh. There's more? Afraid so. When you know you'll fail breaking into a network, what's your move? Leave a back door, map the layout for a denial of service, or drop a payload to trigger later. I account for all of it. I'm not new to this. Carter said the same thing before taking out half the basement. She lets the sarcasm settle. Anyone coming after you would consider that. Hypothetically, anything that might escalate in about 28 hours? Not off the top of my head. A swipe brings her tablet to life. Okay, so wait, she's picked up a tablet. I'm backing up. Did we grab a tablet? I'm guessing this is Amanda, all right? And I don't remember her grabbing her tablet. Why do I not? Did she just grab it? We were unpacking. We met through coffee. We got a 6-pack. The refrigerator's closed. We don't have any action. I'm just imagining them talking over the kitchen. Okay. And then same thing here. I just imagine them staying in the kitchen talking. And now we have the tablet. Okay, so I feel like she should have reached for it. Was she carrying it and I just forgot? Because when I'm pausing to look at these other things and to ask questions about them, I'm forgetting details too. So I'm like, did we mention it earlier on? I just scrolled back a little bit and didn't see any mention of it. So it just seems like it suddenly magically appeared. So maybe she grabs her tablet, swiping it to life. I don't know. Okay, we're using it as a video. And we're going to keep going. Let's see. Put it up on display. Not in the trusting mood. Familiar with the Sam tone. Sorry, just a feeling. She gestures toward the screen. Show her what you relayed this morning. Amanda frowns as the screen stays blank. Request not found. What's the code you wanted me to override? A prompt flashes. Invalid entry. The urgency, the countdown clock? Unknown variable. Play back the 4:45 video, she commands. Access denied. Watergate. Erase tapes, buried truth. A locked door becomes the smoking gun when you least expect it. Sam clears her throat. Amanda doesn't lie. She withholds. Amanda adjusts the tablet. Sam's holographic twin moves to the computer, works for a couple of minutes. Wait. Oh, okay. I'm with it. We're going to keep going. How do I look more relaxed as a projection than I ever feel in real life? She leaves a note on the bedside table, then walks out. Play the unaltered version, Sam commands. That's it, Samantha sighs. Samantha, that was funny. Okay, let me try that again. I was visualizing the replaying of the scene. Okay, that's it, Amanda sighs. You remember it differently. Uh-huh. Have you been tinkering again? Because of course the unaltered version is whatever you say it is. Let me guess, the truth is somewhere in the code you didn't think I'd notice. She shrugs. Just a tweak, nothing that would block access or tamper with its recall. Sam walks to the desk and retrieves a legal pad and pencil. Time to go old school, I guess. She returns to the island, muttering, when in doubt, analog the hell out of everything. Paper doesn't get hacked and pencils don't crash. Ah, the glorious writing utensil. Revolutionary technology. Too bad it's no match for her deflections. Amanda nudges the tablet toward her. Run a system scan. If you don't trust me, it's fine. Do it yourself. Sam pushes it back. You see it too. Hindsight is 20/20. She pulls the hologram back up with a quick tap, pointing toward a jar in the image. Our invasive friend is still there. You took it, and I freaked out about it. 2 pill bottles are missing now. You? Yeah, have them analyzed. Why? Amanda snaps. It's not you. They weren't something generated within these walls. It needed to be looked at beyond this environment, away from protective friends. You're suggesting my analysis would be biased? We'd call it selective focus. She's an artist with the truth. Sam glances up, her pencil freezing midline. Can you guarantee otherwise? Especially after what has happened. After a moment, she says, I jumped. You're looking out for us. We're not used to it. Understandable. Your self-reliance is one of your redeeming qualities. Amanda leans back in her chair. I can't stop it. Baby steps, right? Oh, and something was sent to your cell. I couldn't pull up the data. Your vitals over the past few weeks. Sam pulls out her phone, sliding it across the counter. Maybe they knew it would be erased. Not paranoid. Okay, a little. Show them to anyone else? Amanda whispers. No. The oven beeps. Predictability doesn't erase the need to face what's coming. Sam adjusts the foil on the lasagna and slides it inside. It's strange that you asked, and stranger that they sent them. Why is it odd that I'd care about your health? I actually slept last night, which never happens. You were tired. Or, as Garrett suggested, we're out of sync. Either way, you're the one who programmed the monitors. Did you think something was happening? Possible. That you were spiking a fever nightly and sometimes during the day while I was gone? Yes. Did it concern you? Not really, Amanda defends. Don't lie to me. I need home to be voidant of that. Void. I think void would be fine. I'm just going to suggest void right there. Of lies, bold goal. Let us know when she signs on. Are we okay? I'll do better. All right, so I'll do better could be a statement. Is it a question? I kind of want that to be a statement. Should it be? Is this a statement or a question? I mean, if it is a question, obviously don't change it. I just kind of wondered. It's the trying I appreciate. At first it didn't, but then what? What aren't you telling me? Unfinished sentences, like an itch I can't scratch. I'm trying to be respectful and not dig into all that we are and know. It's bad for me. It's bad for you. A lot. Sam senses the walls starting to form. Yeah, we'll leave the bundle of not joy alone. But what did you tell Garrett that you didn't want me to hear? Why do you go there first? Deflection. She wields it like a shield. Effective, but not impenetrable. Missing pieces. They're amazing, but the anomalies are noticeable after that display. He saw something in your records and you asked about it, didn't he? Maybe. That's a yes. Don't do that to me. Amanda pulls her eyes closed and lowers her head. I'm trying not to be invasive. If I know why, I can leave it alone. Even Joan of Arc hesitated before battle. So why keep this from me? I hurt, okay? Sometimes more than I can handle. You empathize, you can't help it. I don't want you seeing me this way, feeling it, because it hurts you. Does that make sense? It does. Too much. Sam takes a moment. Protecting others is natural. My curse is knowing it's there and needing the why, the details that lead to the decision. I'll give you mine, she gestures at Sam, when you can of yours. Let's not be adversaries like we were in the hospital. Sam grins. Okay, I'll let it go, to a point. But, yeah, I got it. People whisperer. I like the name, it's fitting. She's deflecting because she needs to. You know what she's protecting. Let's focus on now, solve a few things and solidify the details. Sam chuckles. Eavesdropping on me and the partner? It was more Garrett. Oh, the data it sent to your phone. To see if I could, or it could, to see if it could. A ping where you'd been gone a while and Otis contained on your return? That makes sense. Didn't it go anywhere? Okay, it's not me. It did this on its own. I didn't actually do anything, so it's doing it on its own. That is so fresh and new and a little bit freaky. Okay. Could have, but didn't. The only thing that touched it was Taryn. Simple data scan. You already made the connection, but using the name with Carter was charged, and why we stopped you. What she has found since that time could be useful. Taryn? Carter's setup? You did a thorough background on him. Amanda smirks. Bet your ass I did. Didn't earn the name yet? We are withholding this from you, as agreed. Discovery and the natural order is our suggested path. No, but we just met today. I gather you've known him for longer? I followed him, mostly to stay off his radar, and thus Garrett's. It fascinated me how he developed his ideas and put them into practice. Uses for things I'd not thought of. Like his system. What aren't you telling me? My curiosity is going berserk. Especially Taryn. A lot of those classified operations he won't speak about and put him in contact with a few yet-to-be-discovered technologies. That's your angle? You need Amanda's information? She gives freely to me. Trust tech. Indirectly, and some conceived in the minds of CID based on what they'd acquired. He keeps what he knows to himself. Then how did you... His ingenuity with organic computing systems rivals my own, Amanda smirks. How long before you recognized her for what she was? Few seconds, Sam chuckles. Is he... No, he's a typical homegrown genius. Gained the best military training possible with the instincts to back it up. He plays the cautious fool. It's kept him alive. And what he feels got his partner killed. Picked up on that, did you? Okay. Wow. So, this chapter's like, it's so different, this conversation between her and between Riley. There's so much spy talk, like every single chapter. But the last chapter with Riley, she actually showed that she was tired. Sam showed that she was tired. It was very palpable in the chapter when you were reading it. You could just feel it. And if there's romantic feelings between Sam and Amanda, I don't really pick up on it too much. So if you want it to dial up a bit, you could, but unless you just want to keep the reader wondering, kind of. But I don't really feel anything between them here, but they've been through so much together. Like they were in the same body. I do like the reference where Sam's like, I think Amanda was like, let's not be adversaries. Look, it took me about 30 minutes to read this chapter. I do like where Sam mentioned, I think it was Amanda mentioned, let's not be adversaries like we were in the hospital. They were actually in the same, here it is right here. Yeah, Amanda mentions to Sam, because they were sharing the same body at the time. That had to be a lot. I kind of wonder if there's ever, I don't know if in the coming chapters this will be already, but I kind of wonder if Sam doesn't have any internal reflection on the time period from which she and Amanda shared a body. Like maybe when Amanda mentions this, Sam could have an internal thought about it, about a moment or something that happened where they were not, where did I lose my spot? I just highlighted it, the reference. I'm saying near the area where she mentions the hospital and at the time when they were sharing a body and they were kind of being adversaries. I've lost it. I don't know where. Somewhere in that vicinity, there could be, Sam having an internal thought about that time and what, maybe what she felt about it. Maybe she's glad that time has passed. Something like that. Because I'm reading this, but I don't have any feelings. Like, I don't. It seems like informative spy talk and less personal. I do like the action of them, unpacking groceries and making dinner together. But I don't have any feelings toward their conversation outside of it being informative and to progressing what the story is, what people know and what people want, and who's in play, who might be helpful or a source of information. It's typical spy talk pertaining to the story specifically. So you've got like your main overhead story, and think like there's this subtle background opportunity for a romance between Amanda and Sam that you could allude to if you wanted in here. It may come to later, but like some underlying emotion or something. I can, Sam's obviously worried about Amanda, and Amanda's trying to keep things from her because she doesn't want her to hurt. So I get that. But there could also be during that conversation where she's saying she doesn't want her to hurt. If Amanda was to put, her hand on Sam's hand or on her shoulder or on her arm and very lightly, briefly touch her, it could be fleeting, okay? But if she says something to that effect and then has body language or a subtle action that would lean to it, that would bring up a feeling in the reader. Does that make sense? So your reader would feel something. There could be a look. Eyes could briefly meet and they could look toward, one could look away or something like that. It can be fleeting. It doesn't have to be very in your face, but around some of the things that they're saying that should bring up emotions and have feelings about, we could have brief fleeting looks, touches. Someone could pass someone an item. There's fleeting little moments. There's little subtleties that you could work in here or there, and these are the areas that I'm kind of suggesting where there could be an opportunity for you to do that if you need more help finding those spots. But I think when you read back through, and I'm talking to Crystal Committee, you guys, when you read back through, think about what each character feels through each line and how you are conveying that. How are you using their body language or an interaction or a touch? Because touch is going to be huge. It doesn't have to be a big old hug or anything like that, because they're both kind of a little bit, I feel like there's a space between them that they kind of circle around, okay? And that's fine. But if feelings are there are subtle, hesitant ways to show that. And so what I'm asking is, when you reread, at the moments where you're wanting that sensation, that feeling inside of Sam of worry, what does worry feel like inside you? And then you can insert a little visceral response or reaction that goes along with the dialogue to get that feeling. Okay, if you need me to read through and look for opportunities for that, because I'm kind of saying it at the end here as some thoughts about the chapter as a whole. So I didn't kind of note that as we went along because I was waiting to see what happened next. But we do have a lot of the dialogue back and forth. There are some nice little actions tucked here and there. The dialogue always reads good for you. But those are kind of my feelings. I don't have any real emotional feelings from what I just read. It's just a fact. It's not like here or there. And I was just trying to give you little places where you might do some things if this is what you want. It depends on what your goal was for the chapter. All right. So I do really enjoy the two of them in the same space because I'm very, very curious to learn more about, what happened during the time when they were sharing a body, because they were both inside Sam's body, and that they had to go through a lot. I feel history between them. I feel like there's a lot to be accepted that we just don't know, and that little internal thoughts from Sam or reflections of those moments would be really helpful and show that, and you can showcase their history together and what they've been through. And that kind of leans toward her worrying about her. Okay, I think that's enough of my rambling for this episode, for this chapter and / episode of Mystery Read Reads. So thank you guys for joining us, and we'll see you next time.